On this, take a look.
This is where the story really starts.
Weapons, Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, a haunting new thriller, 100% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. This might be one of the best movies of the century, or at least keep you from sleeping for a long, long time. Then,
Kobe! Reggie Miller! Who?
The Pickup, Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, Keke Palmer. This is the dream team. High stakes, sharp laughs, one wild ride.
What would happen if you didn't catch your flight home today?
The map that leads to you. A sweeping emotional journey through love, loss, and destiny. The stars shine in this romance, talking about how it hits differently.
Guys, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm here on vacation.
Nobody 2. Bob Odenkirk still punching people, somehow funnier. It's John Wick meets Vacation. He'll drop by to tell us why.
I just want a break.
The stars, the stories, the must-see moments of the movies. This is Take a Look!
Look. Yes, it is Take a Look. What a great show we had today. It's kind of my favorite time of the year. It's the end of summer where summer movies are winding down. Kids are back in school. Pumpkin spice is already in everything. Sunscreen 50% off. My body mass is 80% churro. So let's just start talking about movies, why don't we? Very excited today because we have a very special guest, Kamryn Holly!
Hi,
how you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Honored to have you here. First timer on Take a Look. Full disclosure, her dad is one of my dearest friends, the actor Michael Holly.
Yeah.
We go way back. You and I have talked about movies a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so First Timer Club. When you first join us on Take a Look, the first thing we ask is, what is the movie that made you fall in love with movies? Your first favorite movie?
Ooh, I would probably say Ratatouille. I mean, I'm a Disney kid, but I would definitely say Ratatouille because I love me some good food, and the animation is probably my favorite. So yeah, Ratatouille.
You had me at Pixar. Okay, so we can move on. What movie today are you most excited to talk about?
Weapons.
That's what I'm talking about!
Yes.
All right, so there are going to be 2 movies celebrated this year when all the dust settles. It's going to be Sinners and Weapons.
Yes, those are both really banger movies. I was thinking at first, like, Weapons was the best horror movie of this year, but then I thought about Sinners and I was like, dang, well, these kind of go, like, they're really high up. So, yeah, I definitely understand why these are getting celebrated this year, for sure.
No kid. Sinners has had its time. We're going to come back and talk about that Academy Awards time, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's go behind the scenes of Weapons. You've already heard about it. Everybody is talking about it. If you haven't seen it, you're going to see it. It's my first favorite movie kind of in this genre. And what's weird, I'm going to compare it in a lot of ways to Jaws. I caught up with Josh Brolin to talk about it. Take a look.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey,
That's
congrats on this movie.
Thank you.
You know, having just come off of the book, I can't disassociate you with your character because I think there's a lot of you in Archer.
Really?
Yeah, I think the desperation dad moves that you whip out are one and the same. I would see you going to these lengths.
I like that because we've been talking a lot about the contraction of Archer and like the fact that he wasn't affectionate and he's not, and that he's used this kind of like innate anger that he has in order to motivate this, you know, searching for his son and all that. But what I like about this is that it confronts this kind of typical idea of masculinity, and then he's broken by this process because he can't control it, and ends up hopefully being a better dad at the end.
There's something humane in that.
Yeah.
There's something humane in you.
Thanks.
We're of a certain age. 50 years ago, Jaws changed my life.
Me
Made me
too.
want to be in the movie industry in some way in its orbit.
Yeah.
This movie bends genres. This movie is going to be remembered much in the same way. Do you appreciate it?
Not only do I appreciate it, I mean, that's what you hope in your lifetime, that you go back to a movie and you go, wait, you were involved in a movie. Goonies was like that. You know, No Country's become like that. It started to become, there's enough time away from No Country. There's a couple of movies, and to be involved in a couple of movies like that, you know, I didn't know with this movie. And then I saw the movie, and I remember my reaction to the movie. I remember it very specifically, and I was like, holy like, this is a much more elevated movie than I thought. And when you think about the genre, it's a horror genre, you know, that has like absurdity and tongue-in-cheek and all that, and you go, maybe he might go too far this way, and then you lose that over here. And I mean, he's just found that level. He has his finger on the pulse of something that I think is very, very unique.
Very unique indeed.
I can't begin to tell you. Like, this is a guy, think of all the great performances. He landed with Goonies and a great performance.
Right.
Everything since then, besting his previous work. This is among Josh Brolin's best work ever.
Yeah, what was he handing you?
Oh, well, I was talking about his book. I just wanted to show him some pages in the book that actually, like, helped me heal my relationship with my parents.
Oh, nice.
So if you ever want to write a book about your parents, I have so much dirt on your dad. Don't get me started.
Got you.
All right, moving along. Julia does a great job in this. Alden Ehrenreich, who, like, wow, has this guy come a long way since playing the young Han Solo?
Yeah. I was blown away by all of their performances. It was really good. I wouldn't say there was not one bad actor in this. Like, the whole story, with like the way Zach Cregger tells the story is so different and unique that I feel like it just makes the movie 10 times better. Like, this is a movie that everybody needs to see for sure.
Exactly. I didn't want to plot spoil when I talked to them about it, but Zach's storytelling, I don't want to give it away. We just talked. Take it away.
Everything about it, every pixel of this movie just lands. And for you, you know, the process of making a horror movie typically isn't that frightening. But to see the cut and see the band stretched and popped, effective, right?
Yeah, super, super effective and harrowing. I mean, it really leaves you with a very particular kind of feeling, yeah.
Yeah, it leaves you. The end of this movie, how do you go through life? How do you go through production without giving it away to anybody?
Right.
I can't wait for people to see this, but I have to go into seclusion because I know I'm going to ruin it.
Yeah.
Even now I'm afraid of blowing it.
Yeah, it's very hard to impress in a way.
It is. It's kind of also just hard to describe the movie because it's so unique, but I think that's also even more of a reason to see this movie because in the way that we responded reading the script, I've never read or seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Again, without plot spoiling, is there a day, 10, 20 movies from now, when you look back to this movie, on the day you'll remember that you loved, appreciated, joy in the craft?
I think that we have a long scene together early on in the film that was really, when I read the script, meant a lot to me and really made me want to do it. And then filming it was really rich and a great creative experience.
Now let's go back to what you were saying about Zach's storytelling. Don't you think that's one of the key ingredients that makes it so different?
Absolutely. Like, I became a new Zach Cregger fan after this movie. He's 2 for 2 for me right now. But yeah, the storytelling, I haven't seen this type of storytelling before. But yeah, it definitely adds, it makes the movie better from that.
Yeah,
sure.
I felt like I was sitting down with the next Steven Spielberg when we talked. Take a look.
I have to congratulate you. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't remember when I slept so poorly as I did last night as a result of this.
I'm sorry.
I'm a huge fan of the genre. I make movies, I talk movies, I love horror, eat and breathe it. For you, you kind of hopped out of comedy into horror. Was it a plan all the way along?
Comedy wasn't the plan. You know, comedy, I kind of fell into comedy. I met people in college and we started a sketch group and it was fun, and then it kind of turned into my path because it was like this path of least resistance. I had all this help. But when I was a little kid, I wanted to kind of do more of this. And so the pivot is more of, for me, it's just more, it's not a pivot, it's just kind of, I'm finally kind of getting to drive the car I always wanted to drive.
Is there a scene, without giving anything away, is there a scene where in Video Village, like long before you went to post, you're in Video Village and you go, yes, this is the moment I've been waiting for?
I mean, there's a lot of them, but the first one that jumps to mind is when Amy Madigan is sitting at the dining room table with the kid, and you had the parents on either side, the fork scene, and her delivery of that monologue, I remember watching it, was like, this is just, it's so much better than I could have imagined when I was writing it. She's just that good. She just elevated it. And I remember that take just being like, something special is happening, and I'm just so happy to be here to watch it.
I love that he's talking about, he's beaming ear to ear about one of the creepiest scenes in the movie.
So creepy.
When the demented aunt is, you're not going to tell anyone about this, are you?
Yeah, I feel so bad for the kid. I was like, how could you do that to him?
Exactly. Say what you will about my relationship with my parents, but I never poked themselves with a fork.
Right.
I never drove them to do anything like that.
Right, yeah, no.
Wait, did I plot spoil? Did I plot spoil? All right, forget I said that. Wash your mind of that. Just go see it for the very first time on your own. All right, coming up next, want to go see another amazing movie? We got one in store for you. Wait till we talk about this. Nobody 2. Nobody 1 was my favorite thing about the pandemic.
Oh.
I'll explain why in a minute. Nobody 2, even better. We'll talk Bob Odenkirk and the rest of the cast next. Hey,
welcome back. It is Take a Look, talking about movies as we wind down all of the big movies of the summer. We got the huge one out of the way. If you haven't seen it, you need to go see Weapons. Now we're moving on to talk about Nobody 2. Did you love it?
Yes, it was so good. Because now you got the family knows who he is. He's back at it. But this time they're on vacation, you know, just trying to make fan memories. But now you got corrupt officials.
Yes.
You got a crime boss.
Yes.
And you know he don't play about his family. So there's definitely a lot of action, some good comedy, and I would definitely say some dad rage for sure.
Nobody does dad rage like Bob Odenkirk, especially in this movie. He was angry in the first movie, and it helped me because I was working through my own pandemic rage. This movie takes it to the next level. We talked about his big performance. He was in Glengarry Glen Ross, and I got to see it a week before I talked to him. Take a look.
If you want to feel it in real time, you got to sneak in and watch people watch this movie. It is amazing.
I plan to do it. I'll be in New York when this movie opens on the 15th. So I'm going to go to Nobody 2 and sit in the back, and I'm going to go from theater to theater and see as many audiences enjoy it as possible.
The laughs land as solidly as the punches. Like you find yourself flinching. My jaw, my bones ache just watching you do some of this. You know, I know it's highly choreographed, but at the end of the day, you've got to be hurting. You have to have thrown some of those punches and connected a few times.
Well, the stuntmen don't mind, and sometimes they ask you to connect, not with their face usually, but with their body. They're like,
sure.
I've done the opposite. I've gotten hit in the stomach in the action scene, and I'll say, hit me, because then I feel it, then I move, you know? You get creaky. You know, what it is you feel bad. You feel it the next day.
Do you find that, like comedy, if comedy's funny, you have to commit to it. You have to commit to the action too. So if you don't feel it the next day, you didn't commit.
Yeah, listen, man. The only way for me, Bob Odenkirk, comedy writer, Better Call Saul actor, the only way for me to make the action work is I gotta commit completely. You gotta see it in my eyes. You gotta see it in my face. You gotta feel it. Otherwise, I am not gonna be able to sell it. Whereas, you know, I suppose Jason Statham could make you think that he's beating up people all day, because he maybe is.
if people see you in this, they'll know you would give him a run for the money, at least character to character. Well, we got to wrap it up. I've been telling people about this all day long. Correct me if I'm wrong when I say, you mentioned John Wick. I say, this is John Wick meets Vacation.
Yeah, sure. That's what it is.
This is amazing. Thanks for doing it. It's what the world needs now, and I can't wait to see you in live theater again. Do it all.
I swear I did that interview before the trailer dropped, and then they used the music from National Lampoon's Vacation in the trailer. Thank you. You're welcome. So see Nobody 2 in the theater. It's one of the best action movie comedies I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, I heard that he actually trained for 2 years for the stunts and stuff before they even started filming.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he did most of his stunts from what I've seen. So that's really impressive. So props to him for sure.
Props to him. In fact, the cast that typically don't do stunts, like Connie, she did her own stunts too. She had to learn how to hold her breath for up to 2 minutes for one of the most spectacular scenes in the movie. We talked a little bit about that.
So was there ever a time where you wanted to go, cut? I think we got it.
In the beginning, I felt a little, you know, that kind of, okay, how long can I stay underwater? And what if I run out of air? What, those kind of just little fears. And then once you start shooting it, even as we were watching a thunderstorm approaching us at night in the middle of nowhere, we just went through and we just did that scene, and it was so special.
Oh my goodness, is it a special scene? Special movie too. This is a movie that's much bigger, much better than it should be, right?
Yeah, for sure, I'd agree.
All right, so this might be a movie that makes you not want to take a vacation. We're going to talk about a movie that's going to make you take a vacation. Coming up next, go behind the scenes with the entire cast and crew of The Map That Leads to You. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. It is taking a look at the final throwdown for summer movies. Coming up in a moment, a movie I think you're going to like because it's going to make you want to travel, make plans for next summer. Kamryn Holly, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Where do we find you on Instagram?
Kamryn Holly, KamrynHolley on Instagram.
Got it. And you can't find me on Instagram. It got canceled. I don't blame them. All right, so am I right in saying the movie we're about to talk about is going to inspire people, if not the tail end of this summer, to make plans for next summer?
Yes, the scenes in Europe are so beautiful. I wish I was there with them. Yeah, for sure.
Got it. Not since Mamma Mia has a movie touched me so much. Why is everybody looking? Why can't a middle-aged guy like Mamma Mia? I like Mamma Mia, specifically because of the locations. This movie, too, you caught up with the entire cast.
Yes.
Name them.
It was Madeline Klein, KJ Apa, Sophia Wiley, and Madison Thompson. And they were so sweet to work with. It was really, really exciting for me.
Yeah, take a look.
Like, it was a love story, but it felt like a life lesson for me as well, personally. But you guys did an amazing job. I loved it.
Thank
you. In this movie, you guys are traveling all around Europe, right? Was there any places that were your favorite to film, or did you guys get a little bit of time off to kind of experience Europe a little bit?
I thoroughly enjoyed being out in Europe. It was amazing. I really don't think we're, going to get another experience like that. It's kind of a one in a lifetime.
Was there a favorite place of yours that you like to film in?
Cadaqués.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Cadaqués.
Yeah, it was the best.
There's a scene in this movie that I really like where Heather and Jack are kind of talking about their perspective on life and its purpose. And they mention how they feel like they've seen each other in a past life. So my question to you guys, is there anybody that believes in reincarnation? And if so, why? Yeah?
Yes. Okay, wait, I have a funny story. It probably isn't answering your question, but our director, Lassa, one of his best friends, is a medium. And we asked Lassa if it was
he was youth 3, right?
I know. There. I think Orlando was there, right?
It was, and he said his name's Benny, and Benny said that in a past life I was KJ's mom, and then in another life
In the 1800s.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I thought it was 1400s.
1400s.
Whatever. I do think that this film felt very divine at some points, because it felt like I do feel like this cast, like chemistry wise, I felt like I had met everyone before. It did not take much to bond.
You could tell they give her a hard time about
I know.
reincarnation. Like, do any of the other of you believe in reincarnation, or
Right.
see the only knucklehead? They go,
Right.
ah!
Yeah, I felt bad for a second. I was like, wait, oh, I'm sorry.
Well, how about you? Do you believe in reincarnation?
Me personally, I do. I like to think that, like, it's interesting to think about how we maybe have lived a past life before. So yeah, I think I would say I do.
Yeah, and I'm like KJ, I'm open. By the way, I know him from Riverdale, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm open, but at the same time, I also think that I was reincarnated from a bear. Because, like, I will find food, and I will scavenge, and I will steal your food if you leave it anywhere.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Hide your garbage. All right, so you loved it, that movie?
Yes.
I loved it, too. Coming up next, we will debate about a movie, because during the last commercial break, I found out she hated one of today's movies. Was it this one? You'll find out next as we talk to Eddie Murphy. We'll be right back. Hey, thank you so much for joining us on Take a Look. We're just about to wrap it up. This is my co-host for the day, Kamryn Holly. You are awesome.
Hi, thank you. Hi, guys.
And I'm Marcus Allen. Thanks for following. At TV Marcus Allen on Instagram, and
Kamryn Holly.
there you go. All right, so I'm glad we started off as friends. I don't think things are going to go well. So, The Pickup. I liked this movie. What are your thoughts?
The Pickup, I feel like it was a little bit corny, just me personally, but I mean, you got Keke Palmer in there. I love me some Keke. My dad said that he's a big Eddie Murphy fan, and he thought it was very nice of Eddie to give Pete Davidson an opportunity to work with a legend. So I'm not gonna say too much more, but yeah, you guys should just watch it for yourselves.
Great. Where do I go with this? Now I've got to spin it around and go, well, I liked it. And I talked to Eddie Murphy about it. And Eddie Murphy and I have been talking for about 35 years plus. And every other interview, he says this.
Marcus Allen. Now, haven't your whole life, haven't you, Dave? Marcus Allen, football player.
I got kicked out of the celebrity golf tournament in Tahoe because they thought I was making fun of Marcus Allen.
I thought you were going to say you showed up and they were like, that ain't Marcus Allen!
Hey, good to see you. Yesterday, I was in Folsom Lake with my sons, and I said, do you guys remember the last time we were in this lake? Who pulled up on a jet ski right beside us?
Yeah, I used to have a
Eddie
house
Murphy.
right on the lake. Yeah, we used to jet ski there. It was fun.
Well, good to see you again. I hope you have fond memories of that. I have fond memories of every movie you've ever done. Looking back at your movies, home runs tend to be historically when we see you teamed up with an SNL cast member. And I love with Dan Aykroyd, it was a generation before you. And then with Mike Myers, it was a generation past you. And now teaming up again with an SNL cast member for this century.
Hey, you know, I didn't even thought about it like that. But yeah, all my collaborations with people from SNL have worked. Yeah.
Keke Palmer delivers a monologue in what's otherwise a comedy heist movie. And you, I'm told her to really emotionalize it. And she said, I'm going to go full Angela Bassett. And in the middle of delivering that scene, you started clapping. And she thought you, Eddie Murphy, were clapping. You were just in character clapping. And she broke.
Yeah, it was funny. And she was like, actually said, I was acting like I was clapping like she told this story. And I was clapping like, yeah, right. Great. And she thought I was clapping for her, and she said, "Oh, thank you." And I was like, "I'm still in character." It was a very funny moment.
That is a funny moment there. Now, here's something we can agree on. Keke in that scene, that was very funny, right?
Yes, I love Keke. Keke is so funny to me. She can't go wrong, in my opinion. But back to jet skiing.
Yeah.
Did you jet ski with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, so what I was saying, we used to be neighbors.
That's crazy.
And by neighbors, I mean, I lived in a house down here, and he lived in a multi-million-dollar house up there. But we shared the same lake for a moment in time.
That's so dope.
All right, so I say see the pickup at your own risk. Definitely check it out streaming, because what's it going to hurt checking it out streaming?
Right, yeah. You guys, don't take my word. You guys should go watch it for yourself, for sure.
Take her word for it. She may know a lot more than me. Will you come back sometime?
Absolutely. I would love to.
All right, Kamryn Holly, you're awesome. As are you. Thanks for watching. The men and women all over the world watching on AFN in 177 different countries and territories worldwide. Thank you for helping us out. Those on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. The rest of you, go eat whatever's in the fridge. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
You're awesome. Thanks.